We are in Granger County, Tennessee, here at Pierce Farms, and the Pierce family has been working with Ingalls for over 30 years. It means a great deal supplying produce as a local farmer. It really touches base knowing that we're just simple people just trying to help, and we love what we do, and Ingalls is a huge part of helping us do it. Farming is who we are, and it's in our blood. God has really blessed us with the sun and the soil to grow the best tomatoes you'll find anywhere. I believe it's really in the soil. So if you're in Granger County and you farm tomatoes, then you're in. Just a great blessing on us to actually farm and be able to farm and to supply tomatoes to people. And Ingalls really cares about family farms like Pierce Farms, and they really care about their customers. We're just glad to be a part of that. God has blessed us with a really great partnership there. They make fresh local produce have real meaning for lots of people. I'm Shane Pierce, and this is my Ingalls story.
But with winter arriving, that means higher electric bills will soon follow. Let us provide you with smart tips to help you keep your energy usage under control. Give us a call at 636-6200 or visit our website. And from the management and staff of Green Delight and Power System, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
When it comes to keeping your car, truck, or SUV clean, Wash Depot makes the job easy and convenient. They offer your choice of soft cloth, touchless, or self-serve wash bays. Wash Depot has 2 convenient locations, one at the intersection of the 107 and Hardee's, plus a second location on the bypass across from the movie theater. Car washing made easy and convenient. Open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Visit Wash Depot in Greenville.
Welcome back to the Lady Pioneer pregame show on the Pioneer Sports Network. Tusculum versus Queens University. Once again,
welcome back inside the arena on the campus of Tusculum University as Tusculum takes on Queens in the first game of our South Atlantic Conference doubleheader here today. Your starting lineups first for Queens University. They'll start at guard, 5'8" sophomore out of Smyrna, Tennessee, Caitlin Moore. At guard, 5'7" sophomore from Pittsboro, North Carolina, Christian Ings. At center, a 6'4" sophomore from China, Herning Wong. At guard, 5'6" senior from Portugal, Carolina Barnadeco. And at forward, a 5'9" senior out of Spain, Lede Adepoju. Queens under head coach Sarah Jansen in her 3rd season out of USC Aiken. She's in her 7th season overall as a head coach. The Pioneers will start at point guard, 5'4", a junior out of Ann Arbor, Michigan, Nia Long. At guard, 5'6", a sophomore from Knoxville, Tennessee, Jayla Arnline, getting her first collegiate start. 5'8", a senior. A forward out of Ocoee, Florida, Yulizma Kubidan. At guard, 5'7", a senior from Greensboro, North Carolina, Callie Patterson. And 6' a senior out of Hendersonville, North Carolina, Condrea Duke. The Pioneers under head coach Devin Carter in his 4th season as the head coach here at Tusculum, a 2010 Elon graduate, assisted by Letty Comfort and graduate assistants Danielle Ketron and Jordan Sanders. It's been quite an interesting week of practice for the Pioneers. Only 9 players will dress tonight. Devin Carter said he is dressed out in practice. Coach Letty Comfort has dressed out in practice. It has been an interesting week. The only true post player in uniform tonight for the Pioneers is Condrea Duke at 6 foot. She will also jump center for the Pioneers, as Wong will jump center for Queens at 6'4". The opening tap is controlled by the Queens University Royals, and we're underway here from Pioneer Arena. Queens with the basketball. This is Eames on the right wing. Arnwine comes out to defend. Down to the deep right corner. Moore with the basketball. Skip pass from the left wing. Bernardecco for 3. Shot no. Rebound pulled down by Condrea Duke, and the Pioneers force Queens into a 1 and out, and the Pioneers grab the rebound. Nobody stopped basketball. Mia Long takes it all the way. Can't convert the layup, and Queens comes away with the rebound. Pioneers had the opportunity in transition. Couldn't get the bucket, and the Royals come back the other way. They'll slow things down, and Bernardecco will set it up at the top of the circle. Eames on the right wing. Lob pass inside. Tipped away by Mia Long and out of bounds. Good defensive play by Mia Long as they tried to lob it over the head of Mia Long to the 5'6" Bernardecco, being guarded by the 5'2" Mia Long. But Long skied and tipped the ball out of bounds, and Queens will inbound underneath their own bucket. Wong with the basketball at the free throw line. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Open from the deep left corner is Eames. 3-pointers off the mark. Duke has another rebound for the Pioneers. So the Pioneers have forced Queens into 1 and outs in both their first 2 offensive possessions. Still no score. 1:15 into this first quarter. Entry pass, Duke. Turns on Wong, backs her way down. Shot blocked into the hands of Kubidon, who puts it up no. And the Pioneers have started 0 for 3 to start this game. Outlet pass, Eames, Long, stole away from behind, but she stepped out of bounds. And Queens will retain possession as they'll inbound on the baseline. And now they'll reverse the call and say it was Queens who touched the ball while out of bounds, and it'll be Tusculum basketball. Sarah Jansen doesn't agree with the call, but she's at the other end of the floor, so it's kind of hard for her to say much about it. But if I was Sarah Jansen, I would have a question as well. But Pioneers get a break and get the basketball. Mia Long dribbles between 2 all the way to the hole, puts it up, rolls off no, and again the Pioneers can't convert. They're 0 for 4 from the floor to start. On the run is Queens, and a great defensive play from behind by the Pioneers in Jayla Arnwine as she hustles back to strip the basketball away from Christian Eames and out of bounds. And Queens will inbound on the baseline. Eames thought she had a wide open layup, and Arnwine came out of nowhere to tip that one out of bounds from behind. Off the screen, Bernardecco for 3, and it's good. And Queens gets the first points of this basketball game. 2 minutes into the first quarter. 3-0, 8 minutes to play, opening quarter. Long, Kubidon at the top. Dribbles in, gets cut off, and just dribbles it back out to the top of the circle. Hands it off, left wing to Callie Patterson. Duke sets a screen for Patterson. Now right wing to Arnwine. Arnwine on the drive, tough shot, no, but a foul. And Arnwine will be to the free throw line to shoot a pair. The foul on Adepoju, her first team foul called on Queens. And at the free throw stripe will be Jayla Arnwine for the Pioneers. Arnwine getting her first collegiate start today. Will toe the stripe where she's 3 for 3 on the year. Arnwine free throw is good. Arnwine makes good on the first. Cuts the Queens lead to 2. 7:41 left to play opening quarter. Arnwine, free throw, is up and in. Arnwine gets the Pioneers' first 2 points of the basketball game. The Pioneers with full court pressure off of the made free throw. And it appeared as though Bernardecco dribbled it off of her own foot, but they'll say it's off the foot of Yulizma Kubidon of the Pioneers. So Queens will inbound against full court pressure, and this time it's Arnwine that tips it out of bounds. And Queens will do it all over again, but this time side front court. So they've crossed the timeline, 23 seconds on the shot clock. Bernadetto to get it in. Gets it into the top and more. Goes to work on Patterson. Hands it off the top of the circle to Eanes. Long went for the steal, didn't get it. Bernadetto got away with a travel, and Long stays right with her. 10 seconds now on the shot clock. Left wing feed, Bernadetto dribbles in, pulls up, shot no. Rebound, Callie Patterson. Patterson looks to push tempo into the front court, lost the handle, and it's stolen away by Queens. Bernadetto, outlet feed Eanes to the hole, count it one. And Eanes will be to the stripe, trying to complete the three-point play. The foul called on Mia Long. That'll be her first. It's the team's first. And at the line, Christian Eanes, the 5'7" sophomore out of Pittsboro, North Carolina. Free throw is up and in. Six to 2 the score. 6:56 left to play in the opening quarter. Queens with the lead over the Pioneers. Arnwine to Patterson, left open for three, and an illegal screen is going to be called on Duke. So wiped off the made three from Patterson. And Queens will get the basketball as the foul on Duke, her first. It's the team's second. It was a beautiful play set up, but they whistle Duke for the moving screen. Entry pass to Wong, and a traveling violation is going to be called on Wong. Backside help came, forcing Wong to jump with the basketball and come back down with it, and that's a travel. So the Pioneers will get the basketball back off of the turnover. Again, Queens has turned the ball over 152 times coming into this game. They'll give the Pioneers some opportunities, but the Pioneers have to take advantage of it. Duke trying to post up on Wong, begging for the basketball. Now they go there. But now Duke's too far away from the bucket. She sets the screen for Patterson, and the jumper off the dribble is good from Callie Patterson. So they waved off the three a moment ago, but this time it's good, and a double dribble is going to be called in backcourt. And another turnover on Queens is going to turn the basketball back over to the Pioneers. And this offensive possession, a chance to tie or take the lead for Tusculum, who has trailed throughout this first quarter. Queens jumped out to a 3-0 lead, and the Pioneers trail 6-4 with the basketball. 6:10 to play in the opening quarter. Long dribbles in, leaves it for Duke at the top of the circle. Patterson, left wing, gets a screen from Duke. Pull-up jumper on its way. Back iron, no. Rebound, battled for on the floor. Duke dives for it, and it'll be out of bounds off of Queens, and the Pioneers will retain possession with a fresh 30-second clock. So the Pioneers will inbound on the baseline with Arnwine with 5:56 to play in the opening quarter. And a fresh 30 seconds on the shot clock. Arnwine lobs it to the top, and Kubidon. Arnwine comes off the screen. Now goes left wing to Patterson, looking inside, going inside to Duke. Backs her way down on Wong. Floater rolls, no. Rebound tipped around, and over the back is going to be called on Jayla Arnwine. The foul on Arnwine will be her first. It's the team's third. And Queens will inbound against full court pressure from the Pioneers. Long picks up more at the timeline. Long gets loose, misses a bunny, and the Pioneers come away with the rebound. That wasn't just a bunny, that was point-blank range, and Wong couldn't knock it down. Duke goes to work on Wong, and it's going to be out of bounds off of Wong. A lot of contact underneath. Sarah Jansen doesn't understand it was either a foul or it should be Queens basketball, but it will stay with the Pioneers. As Sarah Jansen has been working the officials this entire first quarter. Patterson off the screen, two-pointer is good. Callie Patterson has the hot hand for the Pioneers in this first quarter, as the Pioneers have tied the game at 6. As Patterson is 3 for 3 from the floor. Check that, she's 3 for 4 from the floor. One of those has been what was waved off, but she has 4 points.
Loose ball, I had to get it.
5:07 left to play in the first quarter. Tied at 6 as the ball's tapped out of bounds, and Queens will inbound side front court. Patterson went for the steal, didn't get it. Moore has it at the timeline, sets it up at the top of the circle. Now on the left wing to Bernadetto. Mia Long comes out to defend. Wong, free throw line extended. Entry pass Moore. Turn, shoot, shot, rolls, no. Rebound pulled down by Condrea Duke. Duke to Mia Long. Long looks to run. Leaves it in the corner for Arnwine. Open for three. Rolls off, no. Rebound pulled down by the Royals. Tie game at 6 as Queens brings it into the front court. Moore, left wing, left open, will drive all the way to the hoop. Off balance shot, no. Rebound pulled down by Mia Long of the Pioneers. It's a 2-on-3 for Tusculum. Long dribbles in the lane, spins in the lane, gets a screen from Duke, goes all the way to the hoop and puts it up and in. Mia Long like a water bug in the lane, just dribbling around defenders, hides behind Condrea Duke, and then works her way to the hoop and puts it up and in. Pioneers have their first lead of the first quarter, 8-6 the score. Eanes with the basketball on the right wing. Lob to the top of the circle in Bernadetto. Backdoor lob goes back to Eanes to the hole. Wong puts it up and in. Nice ball movement by Queens. That trip down the floor. Mia Long gets a new play from head coach Devin Carter. Tied at 8, 3:49 left to play opening quarter. Long drives to the hoop, puts it up and in. Long wanted the foul, didn't get it. But the Pioneers get the bucket and reclaim the lead. Scramble for the basketball in the front court. Moore comes up with it for Queens. Jumper, good. And a timeout going to be called by Tusculum. We take it with them. 3:27 left to play in the opening quarter. It's Tusculum 10, Queens 10. This is Pioneer Women's Basketball on the Pioneer Sports Network.
Best are back. Applebee's Bigger, Bolder Grill Combos. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Family.
Food's here!
What's it mean to you?
We got lunch.
To us, it means the people you care about, look out for, and yeah, love. Even if you'd never let them hear you say it.
Hey, you're eating hummus?
What's wrong with hummus?
Here at Ingalls, we have everything you need to gather around the table and give each other a hard time. Because that's what families do. Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
Once again,
Both Queens and Tusculum, 4 of 12 from the floor, and we're tied at 10. As Queens has turned the basketball over 3 times. But the Pioneers with just 2 points off of those 3 turnovers as the Pioneers started the game 0 for 3. Tied at 10, Pioneer basketball. Lovely Locklear into the game for the Pioneers, along with Marta Rodriguez and Jazz Williams. Kubidon and Arnwine remain on the floor for the Pioneers. Rodriguez brings it into the front court. Crossover dribbles at the top. Left wing feed to Kubidon. Gets a screen from Williams. Kubidon through the lane. Finger roll from in front. Puts it up and in. Uses the screen from Jazz Williams and gets the bucket. And the Pioneers reclaim the lead 12-10 with 3 minutes left to play in the opening quarter. Forecourt pressure in backcourt. Double team trap comes. Pioneers wind up with the basketball. And a foul going to be called from behind. As Kubidon came up with a loose ball. And then it was Kiara Levi who just kind of rolled up on her feet, and she'll be charged with the foul. It's her first, the team's second here in this first quarter. And the Pioneers will have the basketball after forcing the turnover in backcourt, using that full court pressure with a fresh set of legs in the game with 3 subs. And then a blocking foul is going to be called on the Kubidon drive. That is going to go on Lede Adepoju. That'll be her second and the team's third. Back into the game comes Christian Eanes as Adepoju will have to come out. Adepoju, the leading scorer on this Queens team at 13.5 points per game. Letty Comfort gets the inbounds feed. Check that. Lovely Locklear. Letty Comfort is an assistant. Lovely Locklear gets the inbounds feed in the deep right corner. Now drives. Floater comes up short, and Queens comes away with a rebound. Rodriguez went for the steal, didn't get it. And Jamie Golden brings it into the front court for Queens. At the top, Eanes. Left wing feet, Goff looks inside, gets bumped by Arnwine, gets away with a push-off, and then a foul's going to be called on Arnwine. The foul going to be called on Jayla Arnwine. That'll be her second. It's the team's fourth with 2:23 left to play in this first quarter. Callie Patterson up off the bench and into the game for Tusculum as Arnwine comes out. And Queens will inbound on the baseline with Jamie Golden. Golden just lobs it to the top of Eanes, and she'll set it up there. And lovely Locklear gets whistled for the reach-in, and that'll put Queens in the bonus. Foul going to go on lovely Locklear. That'll be her first. It's the team's fifth. So Queens will be to the line to shoot 2 free throws in the person of Christian Eanes. Eanes on the year just a 50% free throw shooter, 15 of 30 from the free throw stripe. First free throw is in, out, no. And her team trails by 2 as she'll be back to the line to shoot her second with 2:17 left to play in the opening quarter. Second free throw on its way. Good. Eanes makes good on 1 of 2 and trims the Tusculum lead to 1 with 2:15 to play in the first quarter as Rodriguez brings it to the front court for the Pioneers. Rodriguez gets a screen, drives in, leaves it to a wide-open lovely Locklear for 3. No good. Rebound Patterson trying to get it back outside to Locklear, but out of the reach and out of bounds. Queens basketball off the Pioneer turnover as the errant pass goes into the first row of the stands, and Queens has the basketball inside 2 minutes to play in the quarter. With it at the top, Jamie Golden. Guarded by Rodriguez, now picked up by Callie Patterson on the switch. Looking inside, going for the steal as Rodriguez didn't get it. Now a pull-up jumper is nowhere near from Eanes, and Williams comes away with it for the Pioneers. Rodriguez gets the play from head coach Devin Carter and sets it up with Kubidon at the free throw line. Right wing feed, Patterson goes back to the top, and Jazz Williams looks in. Rodriguez left open for 3. She'll fire from there. In, out, no. Rebound pulled down by Kubidon of the Pioneers. Resets it with Rodriguez at the top. Fresh 30-second clock, and they'll get a new play in. Rodriguez dribbles at the top of the circle. Screen from Kubidon. Rolling off the screen is Kubidon. Gets it, splits a double team all the way to the hole, puts it up and in. Kubidon with the jump stop to split a double team. And then lays it up and in. The Pioneers have their largest lead of the quarter at 14-11. A near travel, but she hands it off to Levi. Levi to the free throw line and Goff. Turns, spins, lost the handle out of bounds, off of Queens and back over to the Pioneers. The Pioneers have not pushed the tempo, but they've pressed the intensity, and they've forced a few turnovers here in the last minute and a half, and they lead by 3 with 43.7 seconds left to play in the quarter. Pioneer basketball with Rodriguez in backcourt, and she'll walk it into the front court. There is a 13-second differential between game clock and shot clock. Rodriguez at the top, directing traffic, getting everybody where she wants them, and now dribbles on the right wing. Gets a screen from Williams, dribbles in, kick out Kubidon. Kubidon with 8 seconds on the shot clock, screen from Williams. Kubidon drives, leaves it for Rodriguez. She'll fire for 3 and knock it down. Three-point basket, Marta Rodriguez. Her first 3 points of the basketball game, and the Pioneers lead by 6. 8 seconds to play in the quarter. Into the front court, Goff. Pull up, jumper on its way. No, rebound, tipped. First quarter comes to an end, and the Pioneers in the quarter on a run, and they end the quarter with a 6-point lead. Your score after 1, Tusculum 17, Queens 11. This is Pioneer Women's Basketball on the Pioneer Sports Network.
Realty of Greenville thanks you, Greenville and Greene County, for our 14th successful year as your #1 locally owned real estate company.
Working with Ingalls for over 30 years. It means a great deal supplying produce as a local farmer, it really touches base knowing that we're just simple people just trying to help, and we love what we do, and Ingalls is a huge part of helping us do it. Farming is who we are, and it's in our blood. God has really blessed us with the sun and the soil to grow the best tomatoes you'll find anywhere. I believe it's really in the soil. So if you're in Granger County and you farm tomatoes, then you're in. Just a great blessing on us to actually farm and be able to farm and to supply tomatoes to people. And Ingalls really cares about family farms like Pierce Farms, and they really care about their customers. We're just glad to be a part of that. God has blessed us with a really great partnership there. They make fresh local produce have real meaning for lots of people. I'm Shane Pierce, and this is my Ingalls story.
After starting the game 4 of 12, the Pioneers have made 3 of their last 5 shots and now lead it by 6. As the Pioneers have only allowed Queens 2 shots. Queens only shot the ball 2 times in the final 3 minutes and 27 seconds as the Pioneers stepped up the pressure and started forcing turnovers against the Royals. Queens has now turned the ball over 5 times in this first half as we start the second quarter. Pioneer basketball in a 6-point lead. And another illegal screen is going to be called on the Pioneers. This one on Jazz Williams. As head coach Devin Carter coaching Williams says you just slid over early. So the foul on Williams, her first. It's the team's first of the second quarter. And Queens will have the basketball 30 seconds into the second quarter, down by 6. Entry pass down low, Lauren Fields. Turns on Williams, spins, shoots, shot partially blocked. Goff got the rebound. Williams blocks it away and takes it away. And then a jump ball is going to be called as Williams held the basketball. And then a double team came. She was on the baseline. She had nowhere to go. And Queens ties her up, and the Royals will have the basketball on the alternate arrow, so they'll have the ball in a fresh 30-second clock. The only thing Williams really could have done better there is just gotten rid of the basketball quicker, but she blocked it and took it away on back-to-back blocks. Queens can't convert, and the Pioneers come away with the basketball. Rodriguez into the front court. Rodriguez gets a screen from Williams, hands it off to Kubidon. Too many players in the same area. Locklear on a pick and roll with Kubidon. Instead goes to Williams. Left wing Patterson left open for 3. Got it to go. 3-point basket. Callie Patterson. And the Pioneers push their lead to 9. Condrea Duke's happy about it. Moore brings her to the front court for the Royals. That's one thing about this team. They will cheer for each other. Close-knit group. Is the Pioneer women's basketball team. Another missed shot underneath, this time from Fields. This time the Pioneers come away with a rebound again. Up by 9 in the basketball, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on Jalea Goff as lovely Locklear trying to dribble around her, and Goff gets called for the reach-in. That's her first. It's the team's first. Mia Long into the game for the Pioneers as Rodriguez comes out. And quality minutes for Mata Rodriguez, the freshman out of Portugal, being forced into action here in this game as the Pioneer bench, it's short. There's only 9 players dressed out for this game. The injury bug has hit the Pioneers in mid-December. 8:15 to play in the game. Queens with the basketball off the missed Tusculum shot, and they threw it away, trying to get it into Wong, but Mia Long comes up with a loose ball. Long on the run. Dribbles in, had her pass tipped away, but she saves her own pass. Leaves it out for Locklear. Extra pass Williams. She'll fire for 3. In, out, no. Rebound tipped, and Kubidon comes up with a loose ball. Kubidon has been after every loose ball for the Pioneers in this first half, creating second chance opportunities for this Pioneer squad. Tusculum up by 9. Locklear with it on the right wing. Flashing through Patterson. Pull-up jumpers up and in. Callie Patterson has 2 more. Patterson with the bucket. She now has 9, and a foul is going to be called at the other end, and Queens will be to the free throw line to shoot a pair. As the foul going against the aforementioned Callie Patterson, it's her first, the team's second. And Condrea Duke, who has been the Pioneers' biggest cheerleader the last 2 minutes, will now be into the game after this first free throw. Free throw is up and in from Christian Eames. Duke in. Williams comes out. Jazz Williams has made her presence known on the defensive end of the floor. Blocking shots and stealing away rebounds. Eanes' free throw is up and in. Eanes makes good on both. Trims the Tusculum lead back to 9 at 22-13. Long had her pass tipped and taken away by Moore. Queens on the run. Long trying to catch up. Moore spun out of it. Put it up, no. Rebound battle for it. Tipped around. Picked up by Wong. And then a jump ball is going to be the call as Callie Patterson tied up Wong on her way to the floor. And it'll be Pioneer basketball on the alternate arrow. Nothing Patterson could have done about that. She was reaching in for the basketball, but if she would have just let Wong fall to the floor, it more than likely would have been a travel on Wong, so the Pioneers are going to get the basketball either way. Long dribbles in, leaves it for Kubidon. Back to Long, left wing. The lefty will eye and fire a three. No, Kubidon is there again, getting the loose ball. This time she puts it up and in. Yalizma Kubidon has been all over every loose ball in this game. 24-13 the score. Double team trap comes on the quarter. Long dives. Kubidon dives. Queens comes away with it. Getting the loose ball is Golf. Entry pass down low. Shot over Duke is no good. Rebound by Duke. Going to foul on Wong. The foul going to be called on Herning Wong, the 6'4 sophomore out of China. It's her first, team second. Rodriguez up off the bench and into the game for the Pioneers as Patterson comes out. And this is a Pioneer squad that they may be shorthanded, but that has not slowed down the intensity at which they played with in this game. They lead by 11 with 6:30 to play second quarter. Kubidon back to Long, and now they get a play from head coach Devin Carter, and Long sets it up at the top, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Long gets a screen from Duke to a wide open Locklear in the deep left corner. She passes up the shot. She really wasn't expecting the basketball. Locklear, jumper, no. Rebound Duke, back to Locklear. Lost it on her way up, but a foul. And lovely Locklear will be to the free throw line to shoot a pair. The foul on Queens going against Bernadecco. That'll be her first. It's the team's third. And to the free throw line will be lovely Locklear for the Pioneers. Locklear on the year, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Free throw is up and in. 25-13 the score. The Pioneers with the lead. Second free throw is short, no good from lovely Locklear. 25-13, 6 minutes left to play in the second quarter. Moore brings it across the timeline. Backdoor cut. They couldn't handle it, and the Pioneers come away with a steal. They head to lovely Locklear to Rodriguez. She'll fire from the corner for three and get it to go. Another three from Marta Rodriguez, and Queens wants timeout. We head to a break. 5:50 left to play second quarter. It's Tusculum 28, Queens 13. This is Pioneer Women's Basketball on the Pioneer Sports Network.
Once again,
they may be shorthanded, but it has not slowed down the effort and intensity from this Pioneer squad in this first half. A 15-point lead with 5:50 left to play in the second quarter, and now Sid the Kid, despite being out with a torn ACL, is out there helping coach this squad. You've got her with a knee wrap and a torn ACL. You got Maddie Sutton up cheering in an ankle boot. You've got Caitlin Weems out with an injury. You've got Patton out with an injury, and it has not slowed this team down one bit in this first half. They lead by 15. Queens with the basketball. And it's still at the timeline. Rodriguez comes up with a loose ball. Rodriguez to Locklear. Right wing to Long. Long puts it on the floor. She'll drive all the way to the hoop. Tough shot, no, but a foul. And Mia Long will be to the free throw line to shoot a pair. The foul called on Herning Long. That'll be her second. So the 5'4" Mia Long went up against the 6'4" Herning Long. And Long will be at the line to shoot a pair. As the foul called on Long, it is the fourth team foul called on Queens. Mia Long makes good on the first, and it pushes the team's lead to 16. Mia Long back to the line to shoot a second. Long, free throw, rolls, good. Long makes good on both. Long now with 6 points, and the Pioneers with a 16-point lead. Nearly forced a turnover in backcourt. It'll be off of Long, and Queens will, no, they'll say it's Pioneer basketball. It went off of Queens, so the Pioneers do force the turnover. They'll inbound underneath their own bucket. Locklear, lob pass in for Duke. Great inbounds play, but Long came out of nowhere and blocked it away from Condrea Duke. I think Duke thought she was wide open, and Long just came from behind and blocked the shot. And Queens comes away with the basketball. Good defensive recovery from Herning Long. Queens with the basketball. Goff on the right wing. Long comes out to defend. Backdoor cut. Goff will drive to the hole. Rolls. Good. Nice driving bucket from Jalea Goff. The Murfreesboro, Tennessee freshman with the bucket trims the Tusculum lead to 15. 5 minutes to play in the half. Rodriguez dribbles out. Right wing extended. Gets a screen. Duke left wing. Lovely Locklear comes over to set a screen for Lovely Locklear. Steps back at the free throw line. Picks up her dribble. Now needs help. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Rodriguez will drive. Duke with 4 seconds. Duke with 3. Will have to force one up. No good. And rebounds pulled down by Goff. Goff will bring it into the front court by herself for Queens. To a wide open Moore in the corner for 3. That is an air ball. But a foul is going to be called on Tusculum on the rebound. The foul going to be called on Condrea Duke. That'll be her second. The team's third. It'll get Jazz Williams up off the bench and back into the game for the Pioneers. And Queens will inbound underneath their own bucket with Bernadetto. Lobs it into Goff. Turns on Kubidon. Fadeaway shot is short. No. And the rebound's pulled down by Jazz Williams. Great job by Williams to box out on Long. Rodriguez shuffled her feet before she dribbled and turns it back over to Queens University. 4:17 to play second quarter. Tusculum with a 30-15 lead. As Tusculum shooting 42% from the floor. And in their 2 conference losses, the Pioneers have just struggled from the floor. The Pioneers, they're shooting lows to their first 2 conference games after a 4-0 start. The Pioneers just could not get things going, but it's been a 15-day layoff for Tusculum. And they have not wasted those 15 days making themselves better. As they're shooting better, they're defending well, and they're leading by 15. Long here to the front court. Long gets bumped, gets it off to Rodriguez on the left wing. Rodriguez says, come on back out here and get the basketball. Long can't get free, so Rodriguez will reset it at the top. Rodriguez will drive all the way to the hole. Shot too strong, and the rebound's pulled down by Bernadetto of Queens. Outlet feed Moore. Moore. Fadeaway shot. No. Rebound Williams ahead to Mia Long. Long wants to push it. Ahead to Locklear. Lob pass Rodriguez. Puts it up and in. Great ball movement by the Pioneers in transition. Mia Long to Kubidon to Rodriguez, who puts it up and in. Pioneers lead 32-15. 3:14 left to play in the second quarter. Double team trap at the timeline. Lob pass underneath. They got free and got the easy bucket as Adepoju puts it up and in underneath and trims the Tusculum lead back to 15. Mia Long dribbling behind Jasmine Williams. Now goes to Kubinon on the right wing. Locklear back to Kubinon. Kubinon drives, dribbles to in front, and lays it up and in. Yelizma Kubinon using the dribble to get herself free. Pioneers up by 17 once again, and Jazz Williams with the foul at the other end will send Adepoju to the free throw line to shoot a pair. The foul on Williams, her second, team's fourth. And Lede Adepoju will be to the free throw line to shoot a pair as Callie Patterson and Jayla Arnwine set to check back into the game for the Pioneers. Adepoju free throw is back iron, no good. Arnwine, Patterson in, Rodriguez and Locklear come out. And Adepoju will be back to the free throw line to shoot her second. 2:41 left to play in the quarter. Pioneers lead by 17 points. Adepoju free throw is good. Got the roll, got the bucket, and the lead is 16 as the Pioneers bring it into front court with Mia Long. Dribbling on the right wing. Lost the handle, got it back. Now will drive. Long lost the handle again, and they'll say it's off of Queens. And the Pioneers will inbound on the baseline with 19 seconds on the shot clock. Mia Long to get it in for the Pioneers. Long triggers the play. Now just lobs it to the top of the circle in Yelizma Kubinon. Kubinon hands it off to Patterson. Now Williams at the top. Left wing feed to Arnwine. Lost the handle. Got it back. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Moore nearly stole it. Into the hands of Patterson. Pull-up jumper, no. Rebound Williams. Put it up and in. Jazz Williams had position on the low block. Got the rebound put back. And the Pioneer lead is 18. 36-18 the score. 2 minutes to play in the quarter and the half. Queens with the basketball. Jamie Golden on the right wing. Hands it off to Christian Eanes. Long went for the steal, didn't get it, and Moore has the basketball. Backdoor cut to a wide-open Christian Eanes. Through her hands and out of bounds. And the Pioneers will have the basketball off of the turnover. Christian Eanes could not have been more wide open. And the basketball just went through her hands and out of bounds. Tough break for Eanes and the Royals. And the Pioneers have the basketball with 1:35 to play in the second quarter. Long to Kubinon. Lost the handle, got it back now to Patterson right wing. Moore comes out to defend. Cross-court pass, deep left corner to Arnwine. She'll drive, tough shot. Count it and one. I had to wait for the indication. It's a call that could have gone either way, but they'll call the blocking foul. Arnwine gets the bucket, and she'll be at the free throw line trying to complete the three-point play. The foul called on Lede Adepoju. It's her third. Into the game for her will be Lauren Fields, as at the line trying to complete the three-point play will be Jayla Arnwine. Arnwine making her first collegiate start will try to push her team's lead to 21 points, and she does. 39-18 the score. Pioneers with the lead with 1:25 to play second quarter. Moore couldn't handle the pass. Stolen away by Arnwine. Pioneers with the basketball off of the Queens turnover with 1:15 to play second quarter. Mia Long dribbles it into the front court. Long dribbles on the right wing. Gets a screen from Williams. Long all the way to the hole. Lays it up and in. Mia Long with the bucket. Pioneers with the lead with 55 seconds to play in the half. Kubinon tipped it away, and they'll say it is off of Queens, but the officials will get together. Kubinon, it looked like she tipped it off the hands of the Queens player. It should be Pioneer basketball as the officials get together, and it will stay with Queens. That's a tough call going against the Pioneers, as Kubinon made a great defensive play and tipped it off of the Queens player, but it will remain with the Royals. Lob pass at the top goes to Jamie Golden. Golden gets it, 45 seconds in the quarter, 18 seconds on the shot clock. Golden drives, leaves underneath for Fields. Belton defending, who just checked into the game. Shot no good. Rebound pulled down by Lovely Locklear. Locklear, the Patterson right wing. 6-second differential between play clock and shot clock. It's not a play clock. It's not football. It's game clock and shot clock. Kubidon drives, spins, shoots. Unbelievable. Elise Kubidon with a beautiful spin move in the paint gets the layup, and the Pioneers lead 43-18. 10 seconds to play in the quarter. Lob pass, Moore. Picked up by Belton. Lob pass underneath Fields, who puts it up and in. That was just too easy. Pioneers forgot to defend. And a foul is going to be called in backcourt with 1.9 left to play, and that's a break for Tusculum. After the Pioneers gave Queens a break by forgetting to defend with 10 seconds to play in the quarter, and Queens gets an easy bucket with 1.9 in backcourt. More fouls Long, and will send her to the free throw line to shoot 2 with the clock stopped with 1.9 to play in the second quarter. If Moore doesn't go for that score, Long doesn't make it to midcourt. And the first half clock comes to an end. Long's first free throw is no good. She'll have a second with her team leading by 23. Long, free throw, good. Long makes good on 1 of 2. Inbounds feed, and a hurl from mid-court is no good. And the first half comes to an end. Despite a short bench and a lot of young faces seeing playing time in spots they've not seen before, the Pioneers head to the halftime locker room with a 24-point first-half lead. Great defensive intensity by the Pioneers in the first half has led to a 24-point lead as they head to the halftime locker room. Coming up next, the voice of the Pioneers, Brian Staten, will sit down with Pioneer men's head coach J.T. Burton. That's when we start the Pioneer halftime report with their halftime score. It's Tusculum 44, Queens 20. This is Pioneer basketball on the Pioneers Sports Network.
Best are back. Applebee's bigger, bolder grill combos. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Family.
Food's here!
What's it mean to you?
We got lunch.
To us, it means the people you care about, look out for, and yeah, love. Even if you'd never let them hear you say it.
Hey, you're eating hummus? What's wrong with hummus?
Here at Ingalls, we have everything you need to gather around the table and give each other a hard time. Because that's what families do. Ingalls. All the ingredients for family.
It's back. Applebee's Bigger, Bolder Grill Combos. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
We are in Granger County, Tennessee, here at Pierce Farms, and the Pierce family has been working with Ingalls for over 30 years. It means a great deal supplying produce as a local farmer. It really touches base knowing that we're just simple people just trying to help, and we love what we do, and Ingalls is a huge part of helping us do it. Farming is who we are, and it's in our blood. God has really blessed us with the sun and the soil to grow the best tomatoes you'll find anywhere. I believe it's really in the soil. So if you're in Granger County and you farm tomatoes, then you're in. Just a great blessing on us to actually farm and be able to farm and to supply tomatoes to people. And Ingalls really cares about family farms like Pierce Farms, and they really care about their customers. We're just glad to be a part of that. God has blessed us with a really great partnership there. They make fresh local produce have real meaning for lots of people. I'm Shane Pierce, and this is my Ingalls story.
set to start our second half. It'll be Queens basketball to start the second half as the Pioneers short-handed coming into this basketball game, but it has not slowed down the defensive intensity one bit as the Pioneers forced Queens into 11 first-half turnovers. And we talked to head coach Devin Carter in the pregame about how the Pioneers would have to take advantage of the opportunities that Queens gave them. Well, the Pioneers with 17 points off of those turnovers, and the Pioneers with 11 second-chance points. As the Pioneers with a 24-point lead to start the second half, Queens with the basketball. As Queens will be moving left to right on your radio dial. As Mary Helen not with us, as we can't tell you Mary Helen Joyce on your radio dial, but our thoughts and prayers are always with Miss Mary Helen, as we know she would be here if she could be. 9:50 left to play as we get this one underway. Young, backdoor cut, nice handoff, and a first 2 points scored by Queens as Adepoju gets the handoff from Wong on the backdoor cut, and Queens trims it to 22. And Kubidon throws it out of bounds. Not sure what Patterson was doing. She didn't think the pass was intended for her and just let it go out of bounds. 44-22 the score as Queens brings it into the front court with Bernadetto. On the left wing, Adepoju. Left open on the right wing is Eanes. She'll drive and draw the foul. And Christian Eanes will be to the free throw line to shoot a pair. As the foul going against Condrea Duke, and that'll get Jazz Williams quickly up off the bench, set to check into the game for the Pioneers. The foul on Duke, her third, the team's first. And at the line, Christian Eanes, and the first free throw is back iron, no good. Eanes, who in that first half had 6 points, she was 4 of 5 from the free throw line in the first half. And that's never a good sign. When your coach asks you a question and you say, I don't know, that never turns out well. Second free throw was up and in. Pioneers with the basketball as Long gets it in the hands to Kubidon. Queens comes out with pressure in this second half. It leads to a wide-open shot on its way from Arnwine from the corner. Her three-pointer's no good, and Moore comes away with the rebound. Moore into the front court. Gets picked up by Patterson. Goes right wing to Bernadetto. Entry pass down low. Christian Eanes. Turn, shoot. Shot, no. Rebound pulled down by Patterson. Outlet feed to Long. Long looks to drive. Nobody stopped basketball. Long too strong off the glass, and Wong comes away with the long miss. Pioneers start the second half much like they started the first half. As the Pioneers started the first half 0 for 3, they've started the second half much the same. And a foul going to be called underneath on the Pioneers on Jayla Arnwine. That'll be Arnwine's third. Head coach Sarah Jansen telling the official that she missed the travel at the Tusculum offensive end of the floor. Well, they missed the travel at the Tusculum defensive end of the floor as well. And the first free throw is no good from Lade Adepoju. I'm not an official. I just play one on radio. Adepoju, free throw is no good. Missed them both. Rebound battle for. Loose ball is into the hands of Christian Eanes, so Queens will have a second chance opportunity. Lob pass inside Wong. Wong lowers the shoulder and then misses the shot, and they'll say it's out of bounds off of the Pioneers, and Queens will retain possession with 23 seconds on the shot clock. Bernadetto set to trigger the inbounds play for the Queens Royals. Lob pass to the free throw line. Adepoju, turn, shoot, shot, back iron, no good. Adepoju, who's the leading scorer on this team, averaging 13 points per game, only has 3 in this one. Mia Long weaves between everybody. Arnwine passes up the 3. She'll drive all the way to the hoop and put it up and in. Jayla Arnwine turned down the three-point opportunity and drove to the bucket and got the layup. And another foul going to be called on the Pioneers. This one going on Callie Patterson, just her second, team second of this third quarter. Into the game for Queens comes Jalea Goff. As out of the game goes Christian Eanes. Bernadetto set to get it in for the Royals. Inbounds feed, Goff, shot, no, but a foul going to be called on Arnwine. And that is the 4th foul on Jayla Arnwine. That'll get Lovely Locklear up off the bench, set to check into the game for the Pioneers. It's team foul number 4. And at the free throw stripe is Goff to shoot a pair. Goff, free throw, is good. Goff makes good on the first. Locklear checks in. Arnwine goes out. Arnwine making her first start, her first collegiate start today, has 7 points for the Pioneers and a perfect 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Second free throw from Goff is up and in. Lauren Fields checks in, the 6'1 sophomore. Checks in for the 6'4 Herning Wong. Spelled Wang, pronounced Wong. And a steal, and the Pioneers get it back. Tusculum threw it away, but Lovely Locklear got it back for the Pioneers, and Jasmine Williams puts it up and in for Tusculum. Williams gets the bucket, and the Pioneers push their lead back to 23. First 2.5 minutes feel like they've been dominated by the Queens Royals, but the Pioneers have only seen their lead shrunk to 23, now 21 after the turnaround jumper is good off the glass. 48-27 the score. 7:20 left to play, second quarter. Patterson to a wide-open Lovely Locklear. Extra pass, Kubidon. Back to Locklear. Drives baseline, all the way to the hoop, puts it up, no, and Lovely Locklear will be to the line to shoot a pair. The foul going to go against Lauren Fields. That'll be her first. It's the first team foul called on Queens of this second half. And Lovely Locklear will be to the line for the Pioneers. Locklear, who had one first half point, will toe the stripe and makes good on the first free throw. Back into the game for Queens comes Jamie Golden. Locklear's second free throw is good. Pioneers with full court pressure off the made free throw. Into the front court comes Goff. Goff had her pass tipped and taken away by Mia Long. Long with the steal. Into the front court. Had it taken away, but a reach-in foul is going to be called on Queens, as the reach-in is going to go on Jalea Goff. That'll be her second. It's the team second. And the Pioneers will inbound side front court. 7 minutes to play in the third. The Pioneers lead by 23. Their halftime lead was 24. Kubidon gets it off to Mia Long. Double team trap comes, and a ticky-tack foul is going to be called on Queens on Jamie Golden. Queens trying to be aggressive, but if that type foul is going to be called, Queens isn't going to be able to be that aggressive that long. They're trying to come with double team traps on Mia Long, which is easier said than done. With Long's quickness, she dribbles out of it fairly easily, and that time she drew another foul. Long to Patterson on the left wing. Extra pass, Kubidon drives baseline. Double team trap comes on the baseline, leaves her to the top for Williams. To Locklear right wing. Double team comes again. Locklear needs to get rid of it, does to Long. Long goes to the hoop, puts it up and in. Queens kept trying to double team the basketball. There had to be an open player on the floor. Long wasn't open, but she made herself open and gets the bucket. 52-27 the score. 6:20 to play in the third. Jumper from the corner is no good from Jamie Golden. Rebound pulled down by Lauren Fields, and Queens resets with a second chance opportunity. 25-point lead, the largest of the game for the Pioneers. Three-pointer on its way, good from Carolina Bernadetto. 52-30 now the score. Long to Kubidon in backcourt. Kubidon dribbles across the timeline, lobs it to Mia Long. Long had it tipped by Goff, but gets it back. Patterson to Kubidon. Into the corner, Lovely Locklear, left open for three. Three-point basket, Lovely Locklear. So the pressure from Queens leads to a three-pointer by the Pioneers. And a foul going to be called along the out-of-bounds line on Tusculum, as Lovely Locklear was riding the hip of Jalea Goff. The foul on Locklear, her second. And the team's fifth.
When is the press? Because you brought That's your man. Just come down. Just come down and flash.
So Queens at the line to shoot a pair. Free throw is short, no good. 55-30 the score. Tusculum shot 47% in the first half. They're now 48.8% in this game. Second free throw is good. 1 of 2 at the line. 55-31 now the score. And Queens forces a turnover in backcourt. As Carolina Bernadecco was guarding the inbounds pass in backcourt, and Tusculum wasn't ready for it. So Bernadecco will trigger the inbounds play underneath her own bucket. Bernadecco lobs it in, past the outstretched arms of Kubidon into the hands of Goff. Goff dribbles it out to the right wing. Bernadecco comes out to get it. Long almost stole it. Bernadecco gets it, guarded closely by Mia Long. Bernadecco with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Dribbles through the lane. Gets away with 2 big steps and puts it up and in. 55-33 the score. Mia Long into the front court. Gets it to Lovely Locklear on the right wing, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on Queens. The foul whistled against Lauren Fields. That'll be her first. It's the team's 4th. So the Pioneers will inbound on their own baseline. Herning Wong back into the basketball game for Queens as Lauren Fields will go out. Lovely Locklear will trigger the inbounds play for Tusculum with 5:07 to play third quarter, with Tusculum with a 22-point lead. Patterson for 3, got it to go. 3-point basket, Callie Patterson, and a timeout call by Tusculum. We take it with them. 5:01 left to play third quarter. It's Tusculum 58, Queens 33. This is Pioneer Women's Basketball on the Pioneer Sports Network.
Best are back. Applebee's bigger, bolder grill combos. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Family.
Food's here!
What's it mean to you?
We got lunch.
To us, it means the people you care about, look out for, and yeah, love. Even if you'd never let them hear you say it.
Hey, you're eating hummus? What's wrong with hummus?
Here at Ingalls, we have everything you need to gather around the table and give each other a hard time. Because that's what families do. Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
"12 points now in the game for Callie Patterson to go along with her 4 rebounds and an assist. Mia Long has 11 for Tusculum and 3 steals as the Pioneers lead by 25. 58-33 the score. Tusculum with the lead. It'll be Queens basketball. Coming out of the Pioneer timeout after the made Callie Patterson 3. Patterson now 2 of 3 from 3, and Patterson went for the steal, didn't get it, and it'll be out of bounds off of Moore. It was plain as day to me. It happened right in front of me, and immediate timeout. We head to a break. 4:57 left to play in the third. It's Tusculum 58, Queens 33. This is Pioneer Women's Basketball on the Pioneer Sports Network.
We are in Granger County, Tennessee, here at Pierce Farms, and the Pierce family has been working with Ingalls for over 30 years. It means a great deal supplying produce as a local farmer. It really touches base knowing that we're just simple people just trying to help, and we love what we do, and Ingalls is a huge part of helping us do it. Farming is who we are, and it's in our blood. God has really blessed us with the sun and the soil to grow the best tomatoes you'll find anywhere. I believe it's really in the soil. So if you're in Granger County, you farm tomatoes, then you're in. Just a great blessing on us to actually farm and be able to farm and to supply tomatoes to people. And Ingalls really cares about family farms like Pierce Farms, and they really care about their customers. We're just glad to be a part of that. God has blessed us with a really great partnership there. They make fresh local produce have real meaning for lots of people. I'm Shane Pierce, and this is my Ingalls story.
Once again,
It'll be Pioneer basketball coming out of the media timeout as Tusculum forces another turnover. It's the 14th of the game on Queens, and the Pioneers with a 25-point lead and the basketball with 4:55 left to play third quarter. Mia Long dribbles out of the double team, finds Jasmine Williams underneath, head fake, gets herself free and puts it up and in. Mia Long with the assist, went for the steal in backcourt and tipped it out of bounds. And the Pioneers with full court pressure with a 27-point lead. Moore gets it in. Pioneers come for the trap. Golden, trap near the timeline, dribbles through a double-team trap. Now will drive. Nice leave underneath. That's just a good play. Goff gets the bucket, but that was all Jamie Golden creating for Queens to get that easy two. Long to Locklear to Patterson, wide open from the corner for three. In, out, no, went halfway down, came back out, and the rebound will be out of bounds off of Queens, and the Pioneers will retain possession with a fresh 30-second clock with 4:19 to play in the quarter. Callie Patterson to trigger the inbounds play for the Pioneers. Patterson, lob pass in, Williams right in front of the hoop, puts it up and in. Jazz Williams says, I'll take that. She got the inbounds pass from point-blank range in front of the bucket. Gets the easy two, and the Pioneers lead by 27. Mia Long with the steal in front court. Just picked the pocket of Jamie Golden. Ahead to Locklear. Back to Kubinon. Loose ball in the hands of Long, who's stripped of the ball on her way up and out of bounds. So a Pioneer steal does not lead to a bucket, but it leads to an inbounds play from underneath their own bucket. As Mia Long set to get it in. Long waits. Patterson comes free, got the ball, had it tipped away from behind, and Mia Long winds up with a loose ball. Pioneers have, I don't know if it's hustle, luck, or just having a nose for the basketball, but the Pioneers have just wound up with every loose ball, and Mia Long gets the layup underneath, and the Pioneer lead is 29, their largest of this game. Spin move, Goff picked up her dribble, now kicks it out to Golden for three, got it. Jamie Golden, the lefty, with the three from the right wing, stops the Tusculum run momentarily. 64-38 the score, 3:24 to play third quarter. Mia Long into the front court, right wing feed to Lovely Locklear. Back to Long. Cross-court pass Patterson, entry pass Williams, and she spins and puts it up and in. Jasmine Williams is having quite the third quarter as Williams spins off of Wong and puts it up and in. Another three attempt from Golden's no good. Loose ball picked up by Callie Patterson. Patterson ahead Locklear. Shot no, but a foul, and Locklear will be to the hoop, or will be to the strike to shoot two free throws as the foul called on Caitlin Moore. That's her first. It's the team's fifth. And Lovely Locklear will be at the line to shoot two. Locklear, free throw is up and in. Fresh subs into the game for Tusculum except for Jazz Williams and Callie Patterson. And head coach Letty Comfort looks at Jazz Williams and said, sorry, you don't have a sub. Her sub would be Condrea Duke, and Duke's in foul trouble in this third quarter, and that's about as deep as the Pioneer bench goes. Queens with the basketball. On the left wing, Bernadette. Lob pass inside Wong, puts it up and in. Hurling Wong got herself wide open underneath, put it up and in. The lead is 28 for the Pioneers. Callie Patterson gets bumped at the timeline, picks up her dribble, passes tipped, scrambled for the loose ball, and it's Kubinon once again saving it for the Pioneers. And once again, the Pioneers get another loose ball. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Lovely Locklear with the basketball at the top. Now Rodriguez. Marta will fire for three. Sidearm no. Rebound pulled down by Tia McMillan. McMillan. Outlet feed Adepouge. Adepoju puts it up and in. Rodriguez across the timeline. Lob pass into the corner. Patterson. Patterson puts it on the floor with the right hand. Goes to lovely Locklear to the top and Rodriguez. Rodriguez. Williams back to Rodriguez. Lovely Locklear to Patterson in the deep left corner. Fakes from three. Nice pass underneath. Williams. Wide open jumper is in, out, no. Rebound out of bounds. And a foul will be called on the Pioneers. Going for the rebound. It'll go against Callie Patterson. That'll be her third. Mia Long up off the bench, back into the game for the Pioneers. Along with Condrea Duke. But before they come in, we'll walk to the other end. And Lede Adepoju, who I may have called Adepojo a minute ago, will be at the line to shoot a pair. First free throw from Adepoju is no good. Duke in, Williams out. Mia Long in, Lovely Locklear will come out. So Callie Patterson will stay in with 3 personals. Condrea Duke will enter with 3 personals. And Jayla Arnwine will sit with 4 personals. Free throw is up and in from Lade Adepoju. 68-43 the score, a minute 25 to play in the third. Mia Long, double team. Dribbles out of it, leaves it for Callie Patterson. Three-pointer on its way, good. 3-point basket, Callie Patterson. And the Pioneers lead by 18 once again, and a turnover in front court by Queens, and the Pioneers get the basketball back. 71-43 the score off of the Callie Patterson three as the Pioneers bring it into the front court. Mia Long going to be whistled for an offensive foul, trying to dribble out of the double team. Happened right in front of us, and I did not see what would merit an offensive foul. He whistled her for pushing off with the offhand, I believe. The foul on Long, just her second. Condrea Duke strips the basketball away from Long, so the Pioneers get the basketball right back. Long into the front court. Had it tipped and taken away by Eanes. Christian Eanes dribbles past Long, puts it up, no. Rebound pulled down by Kubidon. Outlet feed Rodriguez. Rodriguez into the front court, dribbles on the left wing, pulls up, entry pass Duke. Duke up and under, and a foul, and Duke will be to the free throw line to shoot a pair. No, she won't. One official had the foul, the other had the jump ball, and the two officials are going to get together. So a jump ball will be the call, and the Pioneers will keep the basketball on the alternate arrow. The official that made the call had the better vantage point of it, and she called a jump ball. Lob pass to the top to Kubidon. Kubidon hands it off to Mia Long, and a reach-in foul going to be called on Christian Eanes. The foul on Eanes will be just her first, and the Pioneers in the bonus will be to the free throw line to shoot a pair, as Mia Long will toe the stripe. Long with 11 points in the game. Free throw is back iron, no good. 71-43 the score, 31.1 left to play in the game. As Mia Long toes the stripe to shoot her second. Second free throw is up and in. Long makes good on 1 of 2. Bernadecco gets the inbounds pass in backcourt, lost the handle, got it back, lobs it into the front court, safely into the hands of Christian Eanes. Eanes to the corner for 3. Tia McMillan, and McMillan knocks down the 3 with 15 seconds to play in the third quarter. 72-46 the score as Long brings it into the front court. Long with 8 seconds, gets it to Duke with 6. Patterson for 3 with 5, and she knocks it down. Callie Patterson knocks down another 3. Now 3 of 4 from 3, and the third quarter comes to an end with a Callie Patterson 3 and a 29-point Pioneer lead. We head to break. We've played 3. Your score, Tusculum 75, Queens 46. This is Pioneer Women's Basketball on the Pioneer Sports Network. Pioneers lead by 29 behind 18 points from Callie Patterson. 18 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal. As Patterson now 7 of 11 from the floor, as the Pioneers shooting a sizzling 53.8% from the floor. After struggling from the floor in their first 2 conference games, the Pioneers have shot lights out in this one. Queens with the basketball. It's Bernadetto in the corner. Lob pass left wing to McMillan. Entry pass down low, driving out of Poju. Shot no good. Rebound pulled down by Duke. Had it tipped away from behind. Moved right into the hands of Mia Long. Long across the timeline to Rodriguez. Trying to get into the hands of Mia Long. Had it tipped away. And the Pioneers will retain possession as it goes into the third row. Right over the head of Weasel Weems. Good duck on his part, seeing as he and Buddy Hawk look on. And the Pioneers have the basketball. Rodriguez spins free, now drives all the way to the hoop. Scoop shot, no. Rebound pulled down by Queens. Lade Adepoju with the rebound. Outlet feed to Bernadetto. Bernadetto, left wing feed McMillan. Long comes out to defend. 9:05 to play in the game. Entry pass looking for Wong. Tipped away by Condrea Duke. Into the hands of Mia Long. Long to Rodriguez. She'll dribble it on the left wing. Wait on help. Get a screen. Pulled up at the free throw line wanting a shot, but it closed quickly. Long inside Duke, and a foul will be called. And Condrea Duke will be to the free throw line to shoot a pair. The foul on Herning Wong, her third. And Duke will be to the free throw stripe to shoot 2. Duke yet to score in this game. 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. It's her first trip to the free throw line. Duke, first free throw is back iron, no good. Moore back into the game for Queens along with Lauren Fields. As out of the game goes McMillan and Wong. Condrea Duke back to the line to shoot her second, trying to push her team's lead to 30. Duke, free throw. Good. Duke makes good on 1 of 2. 76-46 the score. 8:50 to play in the game. Double team trap comes by the Pioneers. Getting free into the hands of Bernadetto. Moore lost the handle driving baseline. Had it picked up by Rodriguez. Rodriguez into the front court. Outlet feed to Mia Long, and she couldn't chase it down as it goes out of bounds. And back over to the Queens Royals. As Rodriguez slow to get up. But she does get up. And back into the game for Queens comes Jalea Goff with 8:35 to play in the game. Don't forget, coming up next, it's the 13th ranked Queens University men taking on JT Burton and the Pioneer men in this South Atlantic Conference doubleheader. And a foul and a whistle going to be called in backcourt as Elise McCubidon. And Jalise McCubidon went for the steal, didn't get it, and she'll be whistled for the foul. The foul on Cubidon, her first. As Lovely Locklear into the game along with Arnwine for the Pioneers, and Jazz Williams will also check in. Career high for Jazz Williams tonight, 6 points so far in this game. Queens with the basketball with 8:46, check that, 8:26 to play in the game. Jumper is good from Lade Adepoju. Trims the Tusculum lead to 28. Pioneers into the front court with Locklear. Goes between her legs. Picks up her dribble. Gets it to Rodriguez on the right wing. Rodriguez trying to get into the hands of Arnwine, but good defensive pressure from Moore. Rodriguez will drive. Kick to Locklear. Extra pass Arnwine. She'll drive baseline all the way to the hoop. Shot blocked and taken away by Moore. Moore into the front court. Picked up by Lovely Locklear. Ahead to Goff. Drives. Reverse layup. No. Rebound pulled down by Jazz Williams. Williams with the rebound. And she's got 6 rebounds to go along with her points. Arnwine for 3. Knocks it down from the corner. Jayla Arnwine in her first collegiate start knocks down another 3. Arnwine with the 3. She's got 10 points. And now 1 of 3 from 3. 79-48 the score. Lob pass taken away by Jazz Williams. They were looking for Lauren Fields, and they threw it right into the hands of Jazz Williams. Outlet feed to Rodriguez. Passes to the top, and Williams. Left wing feed to Arnwine. Drives past Moore all the way to the hoop. Puts it up and in. Jayla Arnwine adds to her double digits with 2 more. And the Pioneers lead 81-48. In backcourt, lob pass to Goff. Goff drives the lane all the way to the hoop. Shot blocked away by Jazz Williams, but right in the hands of Moore. Moore's pass is tipped out of bounds by Kubidon. And Queens will inbound underneath their own bucket. Into the game for Tusculum comes Belton, the 5'10 freshman from Blythewood, South Carolina, as Kubidon goes out. As Maya Belton checks in, and a whistle and a foul going to be called on the inbounds play. As the foul going on Lovely Locklear. That'll be her third. And to the free throw line to shoot a pair will be Lade Adepoju. Arnwine with 12 points in this game. 18 points for Callie Patterson and 14 for Mia Long as the Pioneers lead 81-49. Adepoju, second free throw is up and in. Arnwine with a career high in this basketball game in her first start. Her previous career high was 10. She's got 12 in this one, and she'll inbound side front court. Arnwine gets it in to Lovely Locklear. Crossover dribble from Locklear. Lost the handle, got it back. Arnwine for 3 more. Shot, no. Rebound. Pulled down by Queens. Outlet feed ahead to Goff. Goff dribbles deep right wing. Jazz Williams comes out to defend. They'll lob it to the top of the circle in Bernadette. Fields at the free throw strike will be found from behind by Belton. And Queens will shoot 2 more free throws as the foul called on Maya Belton. That'll be her first. Actually, it was just the 3rd team foul, so Queens will inbound on the baseline. Pass is an errant pass. Goff tries to chase it down and does near the out-of-bounds line. Belton comes out to trap her. Goff gets it in the hands of Bernadette. 20 seconds on the shot clock as Bernadette sets up the half-court offense. Entry pass, Adepoju underneath. Nice pass to Fields, who puts it up and in. Rodriguez, outlet feed to Lovely Locklear. Locklear will slow it down, and the Pioneers will set up in the half court with Rodriguez. Rodriguez will fire for 3. Shot short, no. Rebound pulled down by Lade Adepoju. Adepoju into the front court. Going to be bumped by Marta Rodriguez, and Rodriguez will pick up the personal. It'll be just her first, and the team's 4th. So Queens will inbound right in front of their own bench with Carolina Bernadette. Lob pass inside Fields. Hands it off. Now back outside Jamie Golden for another 3, and Jamie Golden knocks down another 3. Timeout called by Devin Carter. It takes us to a media. 5:31 left to play in the game. It's Tusculum 81, Queens 55. This is Pioneer Women's Basketball on the Pioneer Sports Network. 2:31 left to play in the game, 81-55 the score. Pioneers with the lead, and head coach Devin Carter calls the timeout and gets the starters back on the floor. As last couple minutes, the Pioneer subs have kind of let Queens get back in this game. It's still a commanding lead, but there's still plenty of time, so you want to shut it down right now. Mia Long looked to drive, got bumped, backs it back out. She'll drive again. This time gets free, takes it all the way to the hoop, and puts it up and in. Mia Long with the bucket. She's got 16 points. And the Pioneers lead 83-55. Bernadette with the basketball, lobs it to Fields at the free throw line. Outside of Jamie Golden. Golden will fire for another three. This one's off the mark, and the rebound tipped out of bounds and back over to the Pioneers. Jamie Golden missed on that three, but she's 2 of 3 from 3 in this game. The Pioneers' Callie Patterson is 4 of 6 from 3 in the game, 18 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal, leading the way for the Pioneers, who have the basketball with 4:50 left to play in the game. Arnwine gets a screen from Duke. Callie Patterson on the right wing. Patterson dribbles back to the top with the left hand. Left wing feed goes to Long. Long gets a screen from Duke. Dribbles on the right wing. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Lob pass inside Duke. Turn, shoot, shot, no. Rebound pulled down by Jamie Golden of the Royals. Golden looks to push it. Leaves it underneath. Nice pass. Goff put it up and in. Good unselfish basketball by the Queens Royals in transition. 83-57 now the score. Arnwine and a foul is going to be called on Goff. It's her third, just the team's second, and the Pioneers will inbound side front court. As Goff knocked Arnwine to the floor and got whistled for the foul. Patterson dribbling on the left wing, now dribbles on the right wing, hands it off to Arnwine. Lob pass inside Duke, turn, shoot, count it, and one. Foul going to be called on Fields. Duke will be to the line trying to complete the three-point play. Actually, they called the foul on Goff. Now they change it. The foul's on Lauren Fields, her third. It's the team's third. Condrea Duke will be at the line trying to complete the three-point play. Duke, who is 1 of 2 from the free throw line in this game, now has 3 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. Duke free throw is good. Duke makes good on the free throw, makes good on the three-point play. Has 4 points. Jamie Golden firing for another 3. This one's off the mark. Rebound battle for and saved by Fields, but out of bounds. And the Pioneers will have the basketball back with 3:46 to play in the game. Maya Belton set to check into the next dead ball, which is right now, as Mia Long draws the foul on her way up. Foul going against Carolina Bernadette. It's her second. Long at the line to shoot a pair. Mia Long, who has 14 points in the game and 4 steals. First free throw is back iron, no good. Belton into the game as Yaliz Makubidon goes out. And Long will be back to the free throw line to shoot her second. Long, free throw, short, no. Rebound pulled down by Queens. Lede Adepoju pulls down the rebound after Long missed them both. 86-57 the score. Adepoju to Goff. Entry pass down low. Golden backs her way down on Belton. Shot no good. Rebound pulled down by Condrea Duke. Duke ahead to Jayla Arnwine. Arnwine kicks near the deep left corner. Callie Patterson for another 3. Three-point basket. Callie Patterson, as Patterson knocks down her 5th three-pointer of the game, and she's now got 21. And Belton with a steal in front court. Belton to Long, to the hole, shot, no, and it's out of bounds off of Queens. Rodriguez, Williams, and lovely Locklear into the basketball game for the Pioneers. And it'll be Pioneer basketball inbounding underneath their own bucket as Long missed the shot but had it blocked out of bounds by Queens. Arnwine stays in the game for Tusculum. So it's Williams, Locklear, Belton, Rodriguez, and Arnwine on the floor for Tusculum. Locklear gets it into Williams. Floater from in front. Back iron, no. Rebound tipped and into the hands of Jalea Goff. Goff will bring near to the front court. Picked up by Lovely Locklear. 2:50 to play in the game. Pioneers lead 89-57. Lob pass inside Fields. Turns on Williams. And a traveling violation. No, a foul. Foul going to be called on Williams, her third. It's the team's fifth. And Fields at the line to shoot a pair. Fields' free throw is good. 2:47 to play in the game. 89-58 now the score. Lauren Fields back to the line to shoot her second. Shot no good. Rebound pulled down by Jazz Williams. Williams to Rodriguez. Rodriguez picked up by Goff. Dribbling left wing extended. Now gets a screen from Williams at the top of the circle. Leads it to Belton coming off the screen. Her three-pointer is short, no good. And then Belton's going to be whistled for the foul, going for the loose ball as she bumps into Lade Adepoju. And will walk to the other end, and Adepoju will shoot a pair as the foul called on Belton, her second. Substitutions will be coming into the basketball game for Queens in the person of Madison Sexton, the 5'8 junior out of Lillington, North Carolina, and Cheyenne Logan, a 5'11 senior out of Asheville, North Carolina. She started her basketball at Lenore-Ryan University and will end it at Queens as she has had an injury-riddled career. Has that right knee heavily braced, but will be into the basketball game for the final 2:30 of this one for Queens as Lauren Fields comes out. Adepoju's first free throw is off the mark. The second one is on its way. In, out, no. Rebound, Jazz Williams. 89-58 the score. 2:25 left to play in the game as Rodriguez brings it into the front court. Rodriguez to Lovely Locklear, right wing. Lost it. Got it back. Now dribbles with 15 seconds on the shot clock and traveled with the basketball. Lovely Locklear a little bit indecisive with what to do with the basketball. Leads to a travel. And Queens will have the basketball. Head coach Devin Carter, it would be time to get subs into the basketball game, but they're all injured. Sid Wilson got up like she was going to come into the game, jokingly, and a steal by Belton. Belton to the other end, put it up and in. Maya Belton with the steal and the bucket, and the Pioneers have 91 points on the board. As Moore brings it into the front court. Now hands it off to Jalea Goff, back to Moore. Moore looking in. Instead of skip pass to the deep left corner to Sexton. Belton went for the steal, didn't get it. Belton, the freshman, tips it out of bounds. And now Sexton will inbound side front court. Inbounds feed goes to Moore at the top of the circle. 1:35 to play. Goff holds it high. Now to the free throw line in Logan. Logan, entry pass, Moore. Shot off the glass is up and in. Tough shot and a bucket from Moore. 91-60 down the score with 1:20 to play in the game. Rodriguez gets the signal from head coach Devin Carter and sets up the play. Jazz Williams holds it high at the top of the circle. Back to Rodriguez, standing right next to her. Arnwine thought about the shot, now dribbles in, leaves it for Rodriguez, who will fire for three, and Marta knocks it down. Marta Rodriguez knocks down the three, and the Pioneers lead by 34. 55 seconds remaining in the basketball game. Goff to Logan at the free throw line. Back to Goff. Splits two. Shot no. Rebound tipped, and Belton comes up with it. Belton into the front court. Hands it off to Lovely Locklear. Locklear back to Arnwine. Arnwine with the basketball. Rodriguez dribbles at the top. Now Belton, left wing feed to Lovely Locklear. Locklear to Jazz Williams. To Arnwine. Arnwine dribbles in, floater off the glass, shot no, rebound pulled down by Logan of Queens. Shot clock turned off, 15 seconds to play in the game. Goff with the basketball with 10 seconds. Gives it off to McMillan with 6. Now Sexton, she'll drive on Locklear, shot no, rebound Logan, goes back up with it, no. And will they let her shoot? As Logan will be at the line to shoot a pair. So they did call the foul before the buzzer sounded. So they will let Logan shoot the free throws, and they'll put .3 on the clock. The foul called on Maya Belton, but the free throws will be insignificant as the Pioneers have a 34-point lead. We talked about it before the game. The Pioneers, the injury bug, well, it came biting in the last 15 days as the Pioneers only had nine players dress out without Sid Wilson, without Sutton, without Caitlin Weems, without Matoria Patton, and already without Casey Johnson. But the Pioneers came to play in this one as they hold a 33-point lead after the first free throw made from Logan. Second free throw is also good, so Logan gets 2 points in the books. But this one is officially in the books. Tusculum puts 94 points on the board, and they win convincingly over Queens as the Pioneers pick up their first conference win of the year and push their record to 5-2. Your final score, Tusculum 94, Queens 63. Tusculum with the win. We'll be back with your Pioneer postgame report after this. This is Pioneer Women's Basketball on the Pioneer Sports Network.